Okay, I'm gonna call this board meeting to order. Since we've already, did the pledge and, roll call and everything for the annual meeting and no one left, we're gonna skip down to number 6 action items, which is the election of officers.
Oh, wait, adopt the agenda and
Okay.
public
Okay,
comments.
all right, excuse me. First, before we do that, need to entertain a motion to adopt the agenda. It's been moved by Attorney Jacqueline Nash, second by Ms. Mary Washington. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is any public comments. Do we have any public comments? Any public comments? Okay, the next item is our election of officers. Okay, the first position is open is for treasurer.
Y'all want nominees?
I accept entertain.
I nominate Coach Anthony. I'll second it.
Okay, Coach Anthony Jones. It's been moved and seconded, but Coach Anthony Jones for treasurer. Any more nominations?
Make a motion to close.
I
Anybody?
entertain a motion to close the position of treasurer. Okay, it's been moved by Councilwoman Coleman. We have a second by Ms. Jerry Booker.
Okay.
Okay, the second position, we're opening for secretary.
I nominate my issue.
Okay.
Okay, it's been moved by Attorney.
And Ms. Booker said, I don't even know people's names. It's Maisha Spears B. Coach Anthony is Coach Anthony Jones.
All right.
Okay, do we have any other nominations for treasurer?
Secretary.
Secretary.
Yeah.
It's been moved by Attorney Jacqueline Nash and seconded by Major Frederick Thomas. I will close the nominations for secretary. The next office is for,
Treasurer. Secretary, yeah.
that's what,
With the door. Somebody at the door. I'm sorry.
the next position is for vice chairperson.
Jennifer. Yeah.
Know her name?
Holiday. Go get the door.
Melvin
Attorney.
Any more nominations? Okay, it's been moved by Major Thomas, seconded by Reverend Mary Moss. Any other nominations? Okay, we're gonna close the, for vice chairperson.
Who gonna do yours? Who gonna do hers?
Okay, I'm opening it up for nominations for chairperson. Ms. Booker?
She pointed.
Okay. Ms. Booker nominated Ms. Sergeant Kirsch. I was trying to remember. And Coach Jones, second. Any other nominations for chairperson? Hearing none, closing nominations.
Right,
I think that's it.
that's it.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to move that the officers who are nominated be elected by acclamation.
Yes. All in favor?
Okay, it's been moved by Attorney Nash and seconded by about by Reverend Moss. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
All officers are elected.
All officers are elected. Next item is our finance report, fiscal year 27 GEOA budget approval.
The condensed version.
On behalf of the Budget and Finance Committee, I would like to do the financial report. It's our budget for FY 27 and year 2027. For the fiscal year 2027, FY 2027, our estimated revenue for the city of Baton Rouge millage, $12,556,579, and that's an estimate based on our actual projections for 2026. Our funds for the Governor's Office on Elder Affairs, Title III funds, total budget for 27, $1,849,896. That's an increase of about $204,214. NSIP funding, contract amount $465,550, waiting on an approval, and that is an increase of about $339,136. GOEA state-only funds, we have 4 contracts: Parish Council on Aging funding, Senior Center funding, supplemental senior centers, and an additional appropriation for senior centers. Total for this year, upcoming fiscal year, and calendar year, $970,328.50, increase of $171,348. Total anticipated increase in GOEA funding for the next fiscal year, $714,698. Special projects, projected funding, $337,000. Total revenue for FY 27, year 2027, $16,179,353.50. That's an overall increase from FY 2026 of $418,730.50. Next is a combined budget for the year. I just discussed the revenue and the breakdown for that. We have our personnel expenses are budgeted at $6,954,200. Our fringe, $1,300,379, and that's 23% of our total salaries. And then our administrative salaries for the same time period, $1,089,522. That's 19.22% of the salary cost for the year. There are no major expenditures expected except for the renovation of the Evangeline Street properties. Ms. Amar will tell you about that if she has not already.
I have.
But that is in the budget for FY 2027. Operating expenses, everything seems about normal. I say normal from last year. We did experience an increase in our insurance costs. We do have a fleet of about between 30 and 35 vehicles. Some of them are kind of old, but we have insurance on all of them, and we have, because of the constant driving that we do all day, 5 days a week, we have accidents, and if people hit us, we hit people. So we, if it costs money. And because of those instances, our insurance did go up. It will go up if you keep having accidents. For the next fiscal year, this fiscal year, we increased our spending on special events, senior events especially, senior supplies and everything, because we wanted to be more visible in the community because of our upcoming millage on June 27th. Based on my director of finance, we have a projection of about $507,000 that we spent so far on senior events and supplies. Y'all hear that, huh? Seniors? Yeah. Spend a lot of money y'all so far.
It's the condensed version.
It very well spent, I should say, very well spent. Those expenses will be reduced for the next fiscal year because in addition to reducing costs in special events and a lot of senior supplies, we have increased the cost of, well, we will be doing salaries, looking at salary adjustments for staff,
Yeah.
everybody.
Everybody.
And we also, we're picking up the Evangeline Street property for the center that's gonna go on Evangeline, so it's gonna be additional cost. And that's the only major activities or major changes that we're making this year in the budget, aside from what we've already done. We are projecting that once the building on Evangeline has been completed, our debt service will begin, but until such time our construction is going on, we'll only be paying the interest on that building, so because of that, our debt service will probably be, we're estimating at about $500,000 for the next fiscal year. That could change based upon the final figures that we get from the bank in reference to the construction loan and stuff. The figure could vary, and if so, we'll come back with an amendment to this budget when we get those changes, or if not, then by April of next year when we have to do our amendments for the GOEA. So we will keep you informed on that. We did increase the cost of our raw food for raw foods and supplies for next year. We are increasing that, I want to say about right at $400,000, believe it or not. Even though we're thinking that we this year our projection on the seniors that we feed may be close to 1.5 million meals this year. Mm-hmm. Even with that, I think that we're going to have more of a demand because of the state of the economy. We're going to have more of a demand next year, so we included more money in the raw food line so that we can accommodate our seniors. That's basically it, as far as the budget goes. So we're projecting our budget for next year to be $16,179,350.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you. Make a motion, yeah.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Any questions? Okay, I entertain a motion to approve this budget. It's been moved by Coach Anthony Jones and seconded by, by Councilwoman Carolyn Coleman. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay.
Can I read the resolution into the record? Mm-hmm. I read the resolution into the record for the budget, just for the record. Board resolution to adopt this instrument FY27 GOEA budget on the 15th day of May at a meeting of the Board of Directors, the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging, Inc., a corporation held in the city of Baton Rouge, state of Louisiana, with quorum of directors present. The following business was conducted. It was duly moved and seconded that the following resolution be adopted. Be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the above named corporation does hereby accept the FY27 GOA budget. I certify that the above and foregoing constitutes a true and correct copy of part of the minutes of the Board of Directors held on the 15th day of May 2026. Thank you. I need a motion.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is resolution for contract approval.
As you know, every year, you all give me a new resolution to approve contracts, to sign bank docs and all of that. So this is the same thing we do every year, and it comes with a resolution from the state of Louisiana on the 15th day of May at a meeting of the Board of Directors, the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging, Inc., corporation held in the city of Baton Rouge, state of Louisiana, with a quorum of directors. Present the following business conducted. It was duly moved and seconded that the following resolution be adopted. Be it resolved that the Board of Directors do hereby authorize, and I have to use my real name, Datasha Clark Amar, Chief Executive Officer, to sign and execute contracts on behalf of the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging, Inc., and we further do hereby give her the power and authority to do all things necessary to implement, maintain, and amend and renew said contracts effective the 15th day of May 2026. And then the Secretary will sign that they certify the above and foregoing constitutes a true and correct copy of a part of the minutes of the board meeting of directors.
I see a typo.
You see a typo? My name?
I not your name.
Where
I
at?
certified that he above.
Oh, okay, that's the, we'll correct that before we get it signed, thank you. All right, so you gotta make a, get a motion.
Okay, can I get a motion to, approve this, resolution for contract
As
approval
amended, yeah,
as amended?
yeah.
It's been moved by Ms. Jerry Booker, seconded by Major Frederick Thomas. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Our next item on the agenda is our installation of our officers.
She did it already. Oh, that's fine. You wanna do, yeah, we did it.
Okay.
Yeah. She said, better not install no more, that's it. After the meeting.
Okay, we have any unfinished business? Any new business? I'll entertain a motion for adjournment. It's been moved by Pastor Mary Moss, seconded by Miss Sonia, Goss. All in favor? Any opposed?
Oh, you know they're not opposed to it.